Welcome to Scorpio season, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Peace Dealer 0 degree Scorpio Sun. Let's get it. Moon in Aquarius. This is the understanding of advanced celestial knowledge in this now transforming breakthrough awareness of consciousness in the social sign. Second part of the breakthrough arc. One more and it's Sagittarius. Second part of the I told you so tour. Let me tell you though, the intense extreme quality of shift that we're coming into here is making this no longer a game. It never was a game, but you are going to, within the next 3 days, as we come into the full moon in Taurus especially, come into the very intense real awareness and reminder that we are in the end of the world. The sun is trining Saturn. Saturn is going to go direct 15 degrees. And now the disillusionment of this beta test gonna be gone. Okay, we're in war. Like people are going into war, and I'm not talking about traditional warfare. Like you have to get your guns. This is way deeper than any broadcasted media whatever you're being shown on television. There's the narratives that you are being told, and then there's what's actually happening, and those two things couldn't be any more different. So you don't want to really get caught up on trying to figure out what's happening. This moving forward is meant to really separate those of you who understood the purpose of these lessons versus those of you who didn't. Neptune and Pisces did a really good job of buffering a whole lot of our fillered experience with experiences that were really just stopgap measures to test the integrity of your beliefs. It is really unfortunate that a lot of people still do not accept that you are the creator of your reality. You can hear people talk about manifestation and visualization and living in the end state, and like it means nothing to people who are willingly wanting to go out of their way to play victim. It's easy to play victim. It's easy to see the 3D circumstances and be like, this isn't what I see in my reality. This is real. This is real. I have to take what's real. This is not real. You're a delusional if you look around with your eyes and see this as real and here. I know some of you feel like you're being realistic. You're being delusional. This universe is not locally here. It is not local, and it is not here. You're not really here, and you see less than 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum. There is nothing wishy-washy spiritual to assert and assume that the imagination you are creating is the true reality. Quantum mechanics has raw dogged this concept with no condom for like over a decade now. So like you have people who they don't want to do the work to change their behavior and wiring so that they can, through persistence, step into the reality they're co-creating. They want to play the victim. They want you to be the voice that enables their victimhood. Oh, I know it's not fair. It's not you. It's everything around. It's you. Nothing can block you. Nothing can stop you. You are the co-creator. I need to make sure you're clear on this, because if you allow dark forces to take advantage of your own doubt in yourself, you're going to co-create the reality they manipulate your external environment for you to just accept. You have a subconscious mind. You have a brain, you have a spirit, you have a body, and in aligning all of these vehicles, there's nothing you can't do. And if you're going to allow yourself to get discouraged in what most of you really just have first world problems, and you're getting discouraged by first world problems because you refuse to believe in yourself, you're screwed. You're not going to make it once this beta test is over, because your integrity of beliefs is the Noah's Ark that is going to protect you from the flood that's going to happen during this end of the world sequence. I don't know who needs to hear this. Saturn and Pisces is the end of the world. And over the past few decades and centuries have been this inexcusable amount of vanity and BS that has been mainstream in our culture to help distract you from the truth of the war against your soul. And now you don't need anybody to tell you, because you're going to your own self witness this. And so for those of you who've done the work, for those of you who've done the inner work, because all the work you have to do is inside, you have people who are going to continue to try and manipulate the external and feel like once they see it in the external, it's real. And then you have people who know that the key is to change the way you feel inside. Nobody said this shit was supposed to be easy. I see people falling by the wayside because they're expecting shit to just fall in their lap, and they've never really had that opportunity to test themselves to where they really needed to believe in themselves despite of what is happening around them. And relative to their first world, second world problems, it's easy for them to just be a victim. Saturn is not looking for no victims. All right, we're looking for victors here. And so Scorpio season is going to very quickly weed out those who are lying to themselves and those who are ready to create more victory. So I had to get this right off the bat, because moving forward, we're not dealing anymore with these people who are like, well, I tried to believe and I tried to visualize, but I still don't see it. You're not listening to yourself. Clearly, this is a persistence that you never stop. The only time is now. You don't put a time limit to these things. So if you still have this inner doubt, you have 30 days to get rid of that shit, because Scorpio season is going to wring you out and spit you out. If you're lukewarm, if you're not hot or cold, you need to be very clear on what it is you're prepared to do, and to ask yourself if your desires are that important, because some of you may not realize that what you think you want is not what you truly need or what you really want. That's why it's not happening for you. And of course, relative to this, to development, you want to really shift away from this prosperity gospel and this need to like chase happiness. Life is not about you being happy. I'm sorry they lied to you. Life is not about you co-creating the greatest life so that you can have every fantasy come true. It is about putting God's will first, as it is in heaven on earth. And a lot of people are reluctant in this Luciferian, do what thou wilt is the way of the law. I'm going to do what I want. And a lot of people don't want to hear that. For those of you who know what time it is, get ready. This is your breakthrough, baby. All right, we're starting to transit off with the 4th house signature. Moon in Aqua is now moving forward the 90-degree angle of the 29-degree square with the sun and moon. And this is getting ready to immediately integrate what? Pure energy. The name of the game shifting forward is energy harnessing, as we have activated natural energy in Taurus and we integrated solar energy in Leo on stage. Now we're going to harvest the pure energy in Scorpio before we complete this process in Aquarius with Pluto on the sun, 29 degrees. Things are going to get that much more supernatural, but relative to the harvest of this cycle, you're going to come into more understanding of these complex dynamics than the past 2 decades alone have prepared you to really get to this point. It's a hyper accelerated advent of development that will be uncomfortable at first with the trine to Saturn, but quickly speed up to be very, very rewarding relative to your willingness to just get the fuck out your own way and stop lying to yourself. Okay, stop telling yourself that, oh, this isn't working for me. Oh, the universe does not give a fuck about you trying to act or play like a kid or a villain. Is going to hit you back with tough love, period, until you get it that nobody can stop you but you. It's literally like this is not the time to be in this victim mode. Like, somebody's throwing black magic at me. This isn't working because I'm being blocked. If you don't get up off your ass and whoop ass, this season is specifically designed for you to kick ass. You are laying the smackdown this season. Please do not be out here trying to give flowers in the battlefield like, well, we just need compassion or love, or no, I can't do it. Nothing's ever going to be good. You're not going to get helped out. We are going to laugh at you and walk on as we lay the smack down. That's it. You got the power. Use it. And of course, if you're watching this isn't you going through this. You might be dealing with people who are trying to play victim for you and have you kind of, help them out of their stuff, which obviously give assistance. And we've all been in this place before. There's nothing wrong with being in a moment of vulnerability, but do not excuse weakness. Do not enable that shit. Do not let people enable you to just enable their victimhood. wake them the fuck up, because there's less than 30 days to do this. Okay, basically, let's run down the cycle. The most important thing about Scorpio season is that Mars, Mercury, and the Sun, and subsequently Venus, are going to oppose Jupiter and Uranus. That's a 180-degree angle of harvest, baby. Financial revolution is here. Venus is already trining Jupiter and Uranus in Virgo, and like the next 30-day sequence is getting ready to harvest all the work you've done over the past 6 months. The next 30-day sequence is getting ready to fully harvest all the work you've ever done over the past 6 months, especially if you're a Taurus Sun, Taurus rising. This is what it was for. Even Libra was the first part of breakthrough, but it was still just integrative for all of the Taurus energy. This is it. This is it. And the unconventional, enhanced quality of natural energy from Taurus is going to suddenly awaken and shock those of you who have created alignment through these neural pathways so that it can engineer this new technology, which is the vehicle of your energy body. Your energy body is 100% transforming and evolving, and this harvest is going to have you be aware of the unique ways with which you can harness it. Before we step into Aquarius, and that's why it's important that the moon in Aquarius, you're already starting to transit off, coming into an advanced understanding en route to the moon going over Saturn. We're going to have the moon on Saturn with the sun trine it in Scorpio. So the most important part of this transit is the first part, where Saturn in Pisces is the end of the world. Okay, Saturn is the world, Pisces is the end of the zodiac. Saturn in Pisces is the end of the world. It retrograded so it can beta test us, be like, hey motherfuckers, the world is ending. You motherfuckers think this is a joke. The world's actually ending, no, blah, blah, blah. And once it goes direct, it's no more, like the memes have been fired, but like, this is it, y'all. Like, mind you, this is the same guy that told you, hey, once the nodes come in, it's road to warfare. You might see warfare, and no word of Israel beefing with Hamas came through until that shit happened. Okay, now China has entered the war, and I'm not saying this so that you follow that narrative. I wouldn't even pay that attention. It's a distraction, per usual. I just want to reference that to let you know this is the stuff happening in the background so that you know that stuff is heating up over the next 6 months. Personally, if you want to invest in that and get lied to, because every side is going to be lying about something, and you're going to get caught up in, oh, have pity for this side, have pity for this side. Fuck that. Worry about you. This is about you. You just don't know it yet. Or maybe you're aware. Do not get distracted. And this Saturn trine is going to adjust and give you a ninth house awareness. This is so very important. The last time we had Sun Saturn was in Aquarius. So relative to the Sun Saturn conjunction, we harvested it Sun Virgo opposite Saturn Pisces. And now this is the first ninth house Sagittarius signature of the Sun to Pisces. We are coming into ascended awareness of the cycle of karma we have activated and harvested, which is getting ready to transform the psychological awareness and occult understanding of how much your beliefs have transformed, and will now show you the evidence of this. You're getting ready to see it over the next 30 days. This is supernatural breakthrough. This is the definition of supernatural breakthrough, which coincides to you seeing how this takes part of the end of the world. Why? This is your arc. This is the arc you have to build relative to the metaphysical quality of your supernatural abilities that most people in the world give away because they don't believe in themselves or think you're crazy for even believing exists. I put in work. I took risks. I put myself out there. I made a song. I've called people out. I almost got into a near fatal car accident that people who see me make the video knew was an attack on my soul, and that has not stopped me, you know, exposing what I exposed. That being said, not to flex or anything, the key here is that relative to said work that was put out there, right? Now, when people try and tell me, oh, that's bullshit, I have receipts. I could be like, well, why did I predict A, B, C, and D the day before? Like, it's not just I have receipts. I have like at least 10 receipts that can shut the fuck up of the scientific community talking about this isn't real, that isn't real, and I'm not the only one. That's the most important part of this revolution. If it was just me, you could say I'm an anomaly. every single person has their own unique experience because the revolution is individual. It's you. And so this is going to be the continual breakthrough of you putting it all together, as Mercury will also unveil secrets in Scorpio. Stay tuned for the next Magic Moon message. Godspeed. Peace.